Hi guys, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my channel. I was thinking a lot this morning. I actually couldn't sleep. I was like waking up and like rolling over, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get ready. Yes, the title is right. I was misgendered recently, and it was an extremely embarrassing, public, just humiliating experience, and like I still cringe when I think about it. It's just like, ugh. So basically, to set the scene for you, we were away, we were in the Middle East, not to be like bougie or like braggy or whatever, just to set the scene. We had a tour guide, she was with us the whole time, and we also had a bodyguard. I don't know if the travel agency like adds a bodyguard, like, you know, whatever, complimentary or whatever, no idea, but he was with us just to keep us safe. So honestly, going to the Middle East for the first time and actually being let in this time, the shade of it all, I was kind of a little bit nervous, but you know, we had a bodyguard and everything was fine. So on this specific day, it's like birds flying everywhere. Cuckoo! Whoo.
Yeah, you're just...
I have ADD.
Same.
We were going to go see Jerusalem and where Jesus had been nailed to the cross and where he had carried the cross up the steps, like all of these iconic steps. So we arrived there and we had like our private car, our private moment. It was probably like a 3-hour drive there. It was just like, God, we need to like, let me just get out of the car. It's so hot over there. There's so many people. It's like tourist central, and there's like at least like 300 people around at all times. So I'm fully beat during the day, like hair long as fuck. I kind of look similar actually to right now. Shout out to Nats. We start the tour, everything is fine. Don't lock me out. If you close this door, it locks. I can't. We start the tour and everything's going fine. We're looking at hieroglyphics. We're looking at all of these different artifacts and historic moments. And I'm like, okay, we need to go like somewhere to eat lunch. And I just remember it was like stare central. Bitches could not have enough. I remember thinking maybe it was because my girlfriend and I are blonde, or we clearly are not from the Middle East. We look American, I guess. I mean, I'm Canadian, but you know what I mean? People are just staring. And I remember when we sat down at lunch in particular, it was just like the waiters were even being a little bit rude. I don't know. I just felt like, okay, wait, what's going on? So after the lunch, we start walking and walking. You have to go through all of these like little markets, and it's like seriously the most claustrophobic, insane, chaotic experience ever. There's people screaming at you in like different languages and like everything like, hey, buy this, it's free today, whatever, just trying to get you like into their store. It's like a hoarder's paradise of just so much shit. We're all trying to like walk by and see the sights, and like really we're not interested in shopping that much, so we kept it moving. And I remember we had come to like a fork in the road, and at the corner of the fork was this like tall building where she said that she wanted to show us something on the roof of the building. I actually completely forget what she wanted to show us, but what I remember is her telling the bodyguard to wait downstairs at the front of the door while we go and walk up the stairs and see whatever was up here. I was like, okay, that's cool. So the four of us go upstairs and leave the bodyguard downstairs. He was kind of like on watch, I guess, and I didn't think anything of it, but I guess we were kind of in like a little bit of a sketchy area. He had never really left our side other than that moment, but now that I think back, I should have been like, wait, what's going on right now? Is something like off that we like need protecting from in this building? I don't know. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to feel. I was just kind of going with the flow, being like, oh, cool, next tour, next scene. So we spend like 15-20 minutes on the top of the roof, and then we march our asses back downstairs. And then I see to my left some armed guards, and there's probably like 5 or 6, and we had actually passed earlier in the tour like 200 of them, like all in uniforms. Apparently in Israel, you have to serve when you turn 18 or something. I could be wrong, but a lot of people are in the armed forces over there. So it's kind of like a casual thing to see people in full suits with like full guns, because it is very like, okay, whoa, guns are scary. Duh. So we walk down and we open the doors, and just like everyone starts staring. It's like this big thing, and I'm just thinking, girl, keep your eyes on your own life. Like, I'm not trying to like make a scene or whatever. I mean, I'm filming my little vlog, like I could get some cute footage, but at the end of the day, no. So I go to the bodyguard and I'm like, would it be completely ridiculous of me to ask one of the soldiers for a picture just to like mark this moment? I thought that it would be cute to be like in the middle of the 2 guys with like the huge guns, even though that's kind of crazy. I've never posted the photo, obviously. I just have it on my phone to look back on my time there. So literally all of a sudden, it was honestly such a blur, but what I remember was turning this way and hearing, hey, is that a boy or a girl? And I was like, oh my God, these words I have not heard in years are being spoken in my general vicinity right now. Like, he better not be speaking to me. I would gag. I whip my hair around and I'm looking at him, and he is speaking to me. Our entire group kind of just looked at him. I think I said, what? And he goes, is it a boy or a girl? I was taken aback that someone could be be that rude and disrespectful and just that blatantly hurtful. And it was just so embarrassing because it was in such a public space. Like literally every single, I would say there was like 100 or more people just literally standing and watching. And he's like, my friend wants to know if it's a boy or a girl, like looking right at me. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? My mind went blank, and I'm the kind of person to pop off, but I literally was so just shocked and also a little bit scared in that moment. So I looked over from where he was watching, and there was like, I guess his little section of like his like shop or whatever with his friends who had been, I guess, talking about us since the second we walked into the building and went upstairs. I said, you know what, fuck this. Boy, I'm a fucking boy. Get over it, bitch. And just because I was over it and my feelings were so hurt at that point, I was just like, A, I'm never gonna see you again. B, you're fucking disgusting. And C, you could die right now, and I literally could not care. So he's like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you, whatever, like walks away. I had to literally take a personal moment in my mind and be like, Jesus Christ, I know you died around this area that we're in right now, but you need to give me the strength to really not fucking go back and choke the shit out of him and his friends and hang them on crosses. Our tour guide was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that this just happened to you. She like takes her arm and like, you know, puts it around me and like gets the whole group to like kind of walk the other way, which is where we were going anyways. Honey, I remember we were walking, it was kind of just really awkward. Nobody really like talked about it. And I just remember holding back tears being like, oh my God, that is so embarrassing. I've come so far like in my transition, and as a person, I just got so many flashbacks of when people would be like, is that a boy or a girl? Or what do you identify as? Or whatever. But the way that this man did it was so insensitive and so fucking mean. I just wanted to like lash out and just be so angry. And I just got so sad about it. And then I went into this place in my mind like, oh, I thought I looked cute today. Like, wow, I really don't. I need to fucking go home. Like, I'm so over this. But we just kept on with our tour, and we came to this entire like huge prayer wall. And if you're familiar with the prayer wall, it's basically where you write down on a piece of paper a prayer or something that you whatever wish for, and you fold it up and you put it in the rock because there's all these like cracks in the rocks. And the fucked up part of this certain location of this tourist spot is the boys are separated from the girls. And literally the boys have a fucking football field size that they can go and pray and fucking frolic and whatever and put their little notes in the wall. The girls have literally, I'm not kidding, like as big as this balcony. By the way, I'm so ghetto right now. I am making my own little tripod with boxes and fucking nuts. So all the girls are like crammed in. But before we go in, my girlfriend says to me, she's like, just so you know, that was about me. He was asking you about me. He didn't know if I was a girl or a boy. And that was something that I actually didn't think of. Going back, I literally don't even remember what the dude said, so it could have gone either way, honestly. And at first I was like, okay, no, there's no way. She's just saying that because she wants to make me feel better because she knows that I was upset about it and it was embarrassing and just like really loud and hurtful. There is no way that they were thinking that you were a boy and it was just something that was like, you know, needed to be screamed about. And whether it was about her or about me, it's just fucking disgusting what he said and how he did it, especially. What fucking business is it what I am to you? You know, how is that going to change your day? Nats actually didn't end up going to the prayer wall, which was the activity literally right after that. And I almost didn't either. I was just like, fuck this, I want to go home. And the tour guide was being so sweet about it. She's like, that's never happened. I'm so sorry. Like, that's not like what this city is about. Just really being very apologetic for him. When I saw all of the girls crammed in that one little side, literally like a closet, and meanwhile the dudes had like a fucking baseball studio, football arena, I was like, you know what? No. I walked in, took a piece of paper, sat my ass down. I wrote down exactly what I was feeling at that moment. I wish no one has to go through what we went through today while they're here, and I'm just praying for equality. But I actually wrote like quite a bit, and I had to like really fold that fucking piece of paper up and shove it into the wall. But yeah, so if you ask Nats, it was about her. If you ask me, it was about me.
If you ask Scott, it was about me. If you ask the tour guide, it was about me.
No, the tour guide said that it was about me. Regardless of who it was about, it just goes to show that being misgendered is something that happens every single day. At the end of the day, it's how you carry yourself and what confidence you have within yourself. Because I could have let that easily ruin my day, and Nats could have let that easily ruin hers. But we really did end up turning it around and having a really bomb night. It just goes to show it doesn't matter where you are in your life or your transition, people are just gonna be fucking assholes. It's just how you take it. You can either really get down on yourself or just literally say, fuck the world. You know that song? I was singing a song.
Fuck the world.
Whether you are insecure about your weight or your age or your gender or your height or whatever, bitches will be fucking assholes. This dude was not asking, excuse me, what are your preferred pronouns? I need to know. We're doing this thing here. He literally just came up and screamed it so everyone would hear, to be embarrassing and to really, really hurt and bully. It just goes to show people are fucking dicks. I just wanted to share that because it was a humiliating experience and it almost ruined my day. I'd say for a good hour or two, I was like, full on holding back tears and just like wanting to literally just die in that moment. You know that moment where something happens and you're just like, can I just shrink into a ball and bounce back to my hotel room and like cry? Yeah, that was me. And that was nuts. But yeah, that was a little story time for you guys that I really wanted to get off my chest. And I am so, so sorry for all of the fucking rude ass, mean people out there that just want to see you hurt. We all have people in our lives. We all have stories just like this. And I would love it if you guys would share down below your experiences, just getting them off of your chest and knowing that we are all not alone. This shit does happen and it does suck. Can't wait to read your comments. But until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous. Cheers.